my favourite topics, contracts. Building a home is a complete process requiring interaction with government authorities, local councils, lawyers, financial institutions and suppliers, along with the client and the builder. A fully compliant contract will detail all the interactions and responsibilities of both the client and the builder. Expect a detailed contract package to be at least 40 to 50 pages. Anything less than that and it pays to check what has been left out. Sometimes our contracts at Chatterton Builders are well over 100 pages once the detailed plans, specifications and additional documentation referred to are all included. The homeowner and the builder initial each one of these pages to ensure all details related to the build and the contract conditions are agreed upon and understood before work begins. There are obvious items a contract will include, such as both parties involved, the cost, the payment terms, and what work is to be completed under the contract. However, there are other very important areas that a contract should include. Here are some of the things we recommend you look out for. A full description of the work to be completed, including plans, specifications, and any other requirements, such as joinery plans, window schedules, agreed PC sums. A clause clearly stating that all work must comply with New Zealand Building Code, as well as other standards required by the law. The building code is there to ensure major matters such as structural strength, weather tightness and minimum levels of insulation are undertaken to the accepted minimum standards to theoretically provide a safe and warm living environment. Many homes are now being built above the minimum building code, and this will be stipulated through the construction method and the materials used in its construction. The plans and specifications will stipulate the construction method and materials used, and these documents should form part of the contract documentation. There should be a section in the signed contract referring to and detailing supporting documentation or appendices that form part of the contract, such as plans, specifications and schedules. These should be initialed at the time of contract signing. A specification list, unless part of the architect's plan, is important. Many builders will put PC sums in to simply get the contract across the line and leave all other items not detailed in the plans up to the client once the build has started. This is not ideal for a number of reasons. How do you know the PC sums are realistic? Has the builder missed the bigger picture by not discussing what sort of home you want? What are you trying to achieve? However, in terms of the contract, there is no detailing on anything other than what is in the plans. Have a look at a set of plans and see what is missing. Heaps! If an item is included in the contract through the specification sheet, then the builder is obliged to provide that item in the contract price. Provisional costings should be clearly identified, along with the builder's margin to be applied. PC sums can be useful where the client does not want to or cannot make a decision prior to the contract signing. Electrical work is often a PC sum, as it is affected by so many variables, and a walkthrough on the site often raises new lighting or furniture placement ideas. Often there will be an unknown factor, particularly below ground. In these instances, a PC sum is used as our only option. However, we would recommend knowing that what the PC sum is used based upon. If you are looking at the highly spec'd house, your builder should not be using budget items to base his PC sums upon, as this will throw out your actual versus provisional costs, even though his price may look tempting. Progress payments should be clearly stated, both the amount and the due date, which will be either a monthly sum or what has had to be achieved. In other words, the detailed milestone met plus the payment terms once it has been achieved. There should be no confusion on this matter, just clear stages and clear payment conditions, so there is no issues for either party. Insurance. It needs to be clearly stated and agreed who is responsible for which insurances. Contract works insurance is critical, and the sum insured should be more than just the cost of the house and is often itemised. This is put in place upon contract signing but before any work commences. Variations. Has the builder stipulated an agreed builder's margin on any variations? Are the variation terms clearly documented? This is important, as you don't want to get partway through your house and reach a standstill as you disagree on the cost for a change you really want. Variations inevitably create work for the builder and may cause delays, extra admin time and project management, which need to be accounted for, but the charges should be clear and transparent and identified separately as related to the variation. The owner must agree to the cost before the variation can be undertaken. Rectifying defects. Read carefully what is included and the responsibility of both parties. Reference to the ability of the builder to obtain a guarantee. Has a guarantee been discussed with you? How long does it last and what does it cover? The New Zealand Certified Builders Contract, for example, refers to members' access to a compulsory 10-year independent guarantee for all residential projects over $30,000. Dispute resolution. Make sure you are clear on the pathways available to you. This should be a very detailed section within your contract, 1 to 2 pages, on the resource both parties can take in the event of a dispute. If you are unsure, feel free to discuss with your lawyer. Industry membership. Organisations such as New Zealand Certified Builders Association or the New Zealand Institute of Architects have building contracts that are a lot more compliant and thorough than many others on the market. Organisations such as these have undertaken lengthy legal checks on its content and its robustness to ensure that each party meets their obligations. The important thing to remember with contracts is that if you are unsure about anything, then ask. If you are not happy with your builder's explanation or simply want another opinion, you are fully within your rights and encouraged to let your lawyer look over it. Thank you.